I've owned this car a little over 8 months now, and I've had the spoiler installed for a little over 6 months now. Just wanted to give a little update on it, answer some questions I got on the install video, and just give an overall kind of quick review on it. I still think it's a much better option and cleaner look than the HPD wing. I have not seen one other hatch on the road with this wing. I think there's only maybe a couple in the US so far. I don't know if anyone actually purchased it in the US. Let me know in the comments from my install video. So I got a lot of comments on the install video showing the angles of it and whatnot. People getting skeptical about water pooling up in this area since it's kind of like a shelf, but I just wanted to clear the air on that. In the double-sided tape, it's going to be hard to see, but the double-sided tape ends in the center. There's about a 1/2 inch wide section where there's no tape, and that's all from the factory. So that is a water channel for everything in the center there to run straight out and down the hatch. I do think it's going to be a little bit inconvenient when we get a bunch of snow here in upstate New York, where it's going to kind of build a shelf and ice and whatnot on here. So I'm going to have to be gentle removing all that. It's not like you can just take your arm and throw the snow off, because it's going to put a lot of pressure on this ducktail. But no issues so far with the adhesive failing or anything. It's still flat on the curve of the car. As you can see, it's an OEM piece, so the curvature and the fitment of the part will be better than anything else you can buy for this car. There's a lot of other ducktails available for this car, and none of them will fit like an OEM piece. So this is a little pricey. Like I said in the last video, with shipping and everything from the UK to the US, I spent around $600 in this, but it was pre-painted. I really love how it's Sonic Gray Pearl from Honda. It matches this car absolutely perfect. Gives it a really clean look, not standing out. A little bit of an eyesore if it was black, in my opinion. The side profile of it, I think it's just really unique, and you don't see many of them, so they're going to be very popular in Europe, but in the US, don't hesitate to pick this up. I think it gives a really clean look to the rear of the car. I see hatches without this now, and I think they look almost naked without it, because it looks way too bulbous in the rear. Ducktail really complements the curves of the car nicely. Definitely couldn't imagine myself owning a hatch without that piece on it. I just think it's the only missing body piece on this car from the factory that makes it look perfect. A lot of people throw those cheap Jofer side skirts, diffusers, and front bumpers and splitters and whatnot on the front. I think it's just way overdone. It's turning the 11th gen back more into a 10th gen, where it's overstyled when you do those accessories. The OEM body lines already has this really sweet side skirt and curvature of the sides of the body panels as it is. The front bumper has its own lip that looks like a splitter, and little pieces here that stick out even more as like a lip that are painted. So don't see any reason to do any extra mods to this car. I love the body the way it is. But let me know what you guys think about this ducktail. If you have any other questions, respond below in the comments. Another question I got a lot of is whether they think I could have gone back in time and not drilled the holes in the hatch and just installed it with the adhesive tape. I think yes. I think the adhesive tape included from Honda here is superior, really. They use the best product available. Alcohol wipe the surface perfectly and remove that gasket. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, refer to the install video. But this thing probably would have no problem staying on the car without that. The main advantage to using the templates and drilling the holes to use the OEM intended design is alignment. This all has a 3D profile that matches the contour of the hatch and everything. And when you do the template and use the alignment studs into the hatch and drill your holes, there's no way you can screw this up. You really only have one shot at it with the double-sided tape. If you put it on and it's crooked, you're not going to be able to pull this off without damaging that double-sided tape. And it's very specifically cut from Honda, the way this goes on there. So as you know, I've had the leaking hatch issue on this car before I put the spoiler on. The dealer did something. They told me that they couldn't find a leak, but mysteriously, since they had the car, the hatch stopped leaking. So it's been about 6-7 months now with 0 leaks inside of the car, and 6 months with the spoiler on, 0 leaks as well. So nothing from the install I did caused any leaks. So let me know what you guys think. Give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.